So let me give you a live example. So this was me actually testing out the automation live. I filled out a form, which I'm gonna do live as well. And basically, this message came in about, I think it was like 5 seconds later. Hey, Michael, thanks for your interest in da da da. Are you looking for this, that? What's your postcode, please? Also, what timeline were you thinking about getting this done? And I replied to that automation text. And they messaged me again, oh, got it. Okay. Any details on the tree size or location? Like this is not a real person. This is the automation. This is a live example of the automation. This was not a real person messaging me. And I can't even tell, if obviously I made the automation, but if I'm just a random customer just checking for services, I'm not going to be able to tell that that was not a real person because it's like a real conversation back and forth. Also, if you go on the website, bizvelocityleads.co.uk, you can see the ROI calculator. So you can play around with the numbers, see what that looks like for your business, and see if the numbers make sense. So this is the ROI calculator. But firstly, let's actually look at, the automation, what that looks like. So this is a random website. Say this is your website, and someone comes in and they're trying to sign into your website, trying to opt into your website for the services. Let's do Michael, my name, Michael Lokun. Let's do my number. I'm going to show you live how that looks like. So this is me coming to your website, your business, and actually opting into your contact form. Usually, contact forms don't do this. So I'm going to show you what this actually does. So this is my phone, and we're going to wait for the text to come in. So I've opted in. Let's submit that. Obviously, I've already selected maybe like the service that I want, things like that. I've opted in. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I just got a text. That wasn't even, 3 seconds later, and I just got a text. So that's a real life example of how that works. All the automations working in the background, when people sign up for your services, instead of someone having to manually sift through and reach out back maybe like 5 minutes or 1 hour, this works in the background for your business, and we get their interest while it's still hot. Also, this is the ROI calculator. So if you go on the website, obviously you know your numbers as a business, but this is just a random business. So say you're getting like 60 people interested in your service every month, and you're currently closing one in those three people, one in three of those 60 people, so that's like 20 people, and you're actually getting paid by 20 people every month for your service, for say like an average value of £400 for your service, or like maybe like a moving company or jaw slimming or team cleaning or something like that. And you're closing 20 people out of those 60 people every single month, and you're making this revenue. When we come into your business and we actually put those lead capture, which doesn't exist, and we actually put those automated follow-ups in your business, what that does is you almost, with the numbers, so 40% increase in lead capture because it wasn't there before, and we actually put that into place, and we actually nurture those leads and automate the process of following up and things like that, and we get a 25% better close rate. What that does is at the end of the year, you've managed to make an extra 71,000 just by having that in the background working for you. You've managed to, in the bank account, have an extra £70,000. And in a month, you're almost doubling your revenue. Just again, by actually capturing those leads and automating that follow-up process, not relying on your team to remember to follow up with these people. Like, it's already working in the background. You don't have to do anything else. And we're just getting more people through the door, capturing things like that. And obviously, then we start